Morning, guys. It's I think the 23rd. No, it's further than that. It's the 25th. Sorry. They all blend together after a little while. I don't know if you can see me or not. Northern Vermont. Found a wicked buck yesterday. Big one. Really big. I couldn't catch up to him. I didn't find him until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was just super slow going. It was dead quiet out, and I just couldn't move as fast as I'd wanna. And then him and the two doe that he was with just walked right away from me. There's nothing I could really do about it. They just fed in front of me is what they were doing. I'd get to a next drainage and I'd think I'd catch them. I get to the top of that and they'd keep going. I get to the next one and so on and so forth. Extremely frustrating, but I stayed on him till dark, and I'm gonna go back in this morning and see if I can't pick him up again. Camera's falling, sorry. See if I can't pick him up again. It was a good buck. For Vermont, it was a beauty. Just don't come across many like that. I mean, Vermont's not a state that we shoot a lot of 200s in anyways, but yeah, that being said, you know, I think we shoot 50 statewide, and there's like 14,000 deer killed a year, so you can do the math on that. But yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna see if we can find them. It's gonna be a lot of work. I don't know if we will. I mean, even if I do find them, I don't know if I can catch them. Right? They are hot on does right now, and when if they don't catch one, or if they don't take a snooze, boy, sometimes they can be extremely tough to catch up to. So, I'm gonna head up and see what we can't find.
With the lights on, I'm coming heavy with the fights on. I'm hunting, till you're gone. Save your last breath, 'cause you don't need it. Devil's gonna grab what he pleases. Your time has come. When no one can save you, you better run.
What's going on, guys? Joey Davis, Northwoods Whitetails. This is the second part of the Tracking 200 episode. If you've watched the first one, you know I was on a huge buck yesterday, and I just back over here today, and bucks are running crazy. I'm not going to try and go get back on that one's track, but I did go to the other side of the mountain and picked one up that came down off the top from where I last left him, and then went just back up. So I'm thinking that it's the same buck, but I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, it's a really good buck. It's going to take me right up to where I left that one yesterday, so I should be able to compare. Yeah, so today it's snowing right now, as you can see, and then it's supposed to start raining. So I'm going to bring my raincoat just in case, but hopefully I can get off this mountain later. Hopefully I got a buck in the back. I'm going to bring the old high test today. Gonna need it. We'll talk to you. Snowing pretty good. Hopefully I can keep him separated when he gets in with other buck. Because he's gonna... The way he's going was where all that barnyard was yesterday. It was 30 degrees last night. So everything looks the same. That was made from yesterday. Tracks really didn't change much. But they'll change this morning if I can freshen them up with this fresh snow. And it's supposed to rain later. If it rains, and I can freshen him up, I'll kill him. Well, we've come down on the other side. He's just looking for doe is all he's doing. He's paralleling that track right there. It's getting hard because
It's a huge bed. He's going right down through. Look how stained up his tarsals are. That's the best cover scent there is. Other than a doe and eat. I was within 100 yards of that deer last night. It was just too dark to see him. All he did was go up that scrape. He turned after he made that scrape, which I couldn't see. He was up over the rise from me. He went and nibbled on some things and then he bedded. I came through right there. I knew I was close to him. Well, I'm making a giant swing. I swung all the way up to the top of the ridge. It didn't come out. And now I'm swinging down to the bottom. And I'm going back across to see if I can find that big one. Fresher track. He's worth hunting. That looks like a pretty good track right there. Well, talk about confusing. I did one circle. I did a bigger circle. And then just tracks everywhere, going both directions. So I did a great big box. You can see what I'm dealing with. There's probably 2 inches of snow. I think this is him. I mean, it's definitely a good buck. But it's tough to tell. There's 2 inches of fresh snow in there from this morning. Well, I've just come onto some doe tracks, I think. He might be getting in with either that or he. I can't quite tell yet, but definitely this morning. Hardly any snow in him. Well, I just got down into a spot that I just scared. I followed those doe off the hill, that buck off the hill, and as I was coming down through, I could hear a doe blow down over the bank to my right. But the tracks were going left. So I dropped straight down, and I don't know if there's different deer or not. I mean, same patch of deer, but I don't know if new have joined, but there's tracks everywhere in here. Fresh. There's a swamp right here. And she blew. I don't know if she was blowing at me or if she was blowing at one of those buck. She was out. Weather's starting to switch over. I don't know if you can see this or not. It's foggy. You can't see about maybe 50 yards in front of you. On the top side of some cuts, right on top of the mountain. This is the last time I'm going to the top. I go over the top, I'm gonna go over the other side of the truck. I've hit the top 3 times now, and the bottom twice. It's noon, and my legs are already feeling it. I'm just following this old buck track up through here. It could be him. I don't think it is, but I want to get up above the cuts, get out of the whips and the slosh anyways, and I'll see what he does. I want to go across the top of the ridge to where I picked him up yesterday and see if maybe he's back over there. wind's picking up. That's just what I need. Must be that rain's on its way. Well, that buck's been here. He's not here now. But he's been here. That's his track right there. Looks like a small moose track. That's him. I'll drive around. I got one more spot to check. That he might possibly, that big one might possibly have gone through. But let's see, it's tough to, it'll be tough to find him. You can see my track is all snowed in. So you can imagine what it was like from the night before. Fresh snow is not what I had needed. Got plenty of it. But away it goes. Apparently nobody likes hunting where there's a pile of snow and no hunters. I'll take it. Fresh snow. Well, I'm gonna get back to the truck. It's 2 o'clock. Drive over on the other side of the mountain and check one more spot and see if maybe that big one didn't go through. So I don't know where he went. He could be in a little tiny friggin' 1 acre hole for the last 24 hours with that doe. I mean, that's what they do. When he goes to tender, boy, they don't leave very far. They don't wander very much. Essentially, they're just locked right down. So we'll drive over, check it out. Day 3. Trying to find this buck. I wasn't able to locate him yesterday. I went all over this mountain and nothing. Doesn't mean that he wasn't here, because he had a doe the night before. Then we got 3 inches of snow. Last night we got rain, and now there's 1/8 inch of ice on the snow, which is awfully crunchy. But this buck could still be here, right? It was all snowed in yesterday morning. When they find the doe that they're going to breed, they'll lock down with her. And that could be an acre. It could be half an acre. It could be a quarter an acre. And you're going to have to step on them to get them to move. And obviously yesterday I couldn't. But then again, maybe he's not here. I don't know. There's only one way to know, and that's to get back in there and say. So, day number 3. Here we go. Well, it's 8:30. I haven't cut a single fresh track. I don't know, maybe they got out of here last couple days. Tracks have definitely been dwindling down. But wind's heavy out of the northwest at the moment. So I'm up on top of the mountain. I'd come all the way down the south end of it, jumped up on top, and I'm going to take the top of the mountain, but on the eastern side of it, because the wind's heavy out of the northwest. So maybe they're on that side of the mountain out of the wind. We'll see. I'm not going to give it too much longer though if I don't cut anything. I'd say they're just not here. I just picked up a track that it must have come off the mountain. I mean, I must have circled right around the thing yesterday, because I parked right down there. and I'd come up. It actually got in my track where I went up in the morning. It's a day old, but I didn't see it crossing the road anywhere, and I was just close to the road over there, so I'm just gonna follow it a little ways and see what it does. It's definitely up. Riley's taking me into a swamp here. I'd imagine he bedded down. Either that or he's just in here looking for doe, but he had to have done this sometime mid-yesterday morning. Maybe midday, I don't know. Where I came off the mountain, I couldn't have come down off 100 yards from his track. He walked in my boot track when I went up in the morning. So we're just gonna follow him. He's headed the right direction anyway, so we'll just see what he does. Yeah, he's in here chowing down on old man's beard. You can see his track right there. Pretty good of. I don't know if it's a big one, but it's a pretty good track. He's in here eating moss. Right down through. This deer bedded right here somewhere. He just ate a whole bunch of moss. He's making a 90. Well, this is the same buck I was following yesterday morning, 100%. He's a really good buck. He's not the big one, but he's a really good buck. His toes, on the back end of his toes, like on his heels, they're really wide. He's headed down in. He came from up over the mountain and headed down in. But where I picked him up yesterday, he was coming up out of here. So I'm sure he just, once I got into that snowstorm and I lost the track that I was following up over to go find that big one, he probably was right there somewhere, because he walked on my track from last night, yesterday afternoon. I'd imagine this buck is going to parallel this little spur road, but I don't know that. And I know there's a doe track, because I checked the road this morning. I know there's a doe track, a fresh one down there headed through. I don't know. Could be a pocket of doe down here. I'm just hoping he didn't cross the next road down. Every time I'm like, oh God, no more gas in the tank. I'm tired. My legs are sore, my feet are sore. I look down at this track and I'm like, oh goodness. It just gives me just a little bit more fire. It's a good buck track. That big boy's still going down. I think I'm 400, 500 yards off that other road. I think I know how this is going to play out. Well, I made the decision to leave that buck. I'm 300 yards off the road, and this bank drops straight down right to it, and he's headed right over it. So, see ya. Now, I'm gonna slab the ridge back, climb back up over the mountain, down the other side, get in the truck, be frustrated, probably have a cold beverage tonight. Yeah, it's been one of those couple days. Made it back up over the top of the mountain. I got one last swing in me. I'm gonna swing over to that ridge and then down. Beautiful country. Fortunate to do it. Well, day number 3 in here. I spent 2 days looking for that buck, and I cannot find him. That other good one obviously was up over the other side of the mountain, crossed that road. I'm gonna drive over there and see if anybody got on him or not. I don't know why he'd go that direction, because all the other deer have been going south, and he headed east. So tomorrow's another day. I'm smoked, but good luck to everybody that's still out there getting after it. I'll talk to you.